As the continued silence from Rockstar Games goes on and on, I thought it'd be interesting to see what has been happening in the GTA 6 world in the last month or so. But what's going on, guys, is Catch back with another video on the channel. If you're new around here, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, so any help will be greatly appreciated. But let's get straight into the video. In terms of any news on GTA 6, it has been really silent from Rockstar pretty much since Trailer 2 did come out last year. That being said, there are little snippets that the GTA community has managed to pick up. One such snippet of information that the GTA community has managed to find is on a deleted LinkedIn post from an ex-Rockstar developer who's been working on GTA 6. Now, this GTA 6 ex-dev was doing a few different things. He was a graphics programmer at Rockstar working on GTA 6, and in his LinkedIn bio, which has now been deleted, he worked on a couple different things. For example, he took lead on the next generation procedural breakable glass system for vehicles and props. Now, pretty much what that means is there was an actual team designed on actually looking at the glass breaking in GTA 6, which goes to show you how insane the detailing is in this game, but also how far and willing Rockstar are going to make this game as realistic as possible. It goes on, this Rockstar dev was also responsible for designing tools for production to capture in-game footage with extra details from our rendering system. Now, obviously, we have had the Rockstar editor in GTA 5 previously. It is pretty interesting, the Rockstar editor. I think it will come back for GTA 6 and GTA 6 Online. It's just a matter of time, really. I think it works very well once you get a hang of it. But yeah, the fact that this guy was responsible for designing the tools associated with being able to capture in-game footage will just make it easier for a lot of content creators and streamers to capture that in-game footage when producing content and sharing it with their viewers. And the last thing on it was obviously fixed and improved various rendering systems. I don't really know a lot about rendering, to be perfectly honest, and what this last point actually means. I guess it just means probably bug fixes and testing to ensure that GTA 6 runs smoothly when it eventually does release. Now, unfortunately, this dev was only around from Feb 2020 to April 2023, and this information has since been deleted off this dev's LinkedIn page. I'm guessing Rockstar came with the NDA quick smart and like, if you don't get rid of it, we're gonna withhold pay or whatever it was, or royalties toward the game. But it sort of gives you a bit of an insight into what these devs have been working on and why GTA 6 is going to be insane. The thing that seems to be on everyone's mind is when we are getting some more news regarding GTA 6, in particular Trailer 3. Now, it has been pretty much near about a year since we got Trailer 2 released, and to be perfectly honest, I think we've overused as much as we can with Trailer 2 and the website links that Rockstar provided us with when Trailer 2 did initially drop last year, and I think just some more information just to quell the silence that Rockstar are currently giving us would be ideal. To be perfectly honest, in terms of a prediction for Trailer 3, I've been really wrong with my own predictions on Trailer 3, but the next Take-Two earnings call is in mid-May, so about 5 or so weeks away from the next Take-Two earnings call. Now, my personal opinion is we might see something either just before or just after this Take-Two earnings call. Now, me personally, I hope we see something towards the end of April. That'd probably be ideal in terms of timing for a Trailer 3, because then the Take-Two earnings call, Rockstar and Take-Two could go over the metrics regarding Trailer 3 and the information that they're likely to release regarding GTA 6, if and so that does come out at that point in time. I think the other thing with Trailer 3, if it comes out, you know, at the end of April, will be really interesting, because then it gives us something to talk about. You know, we finally have something to view that's new and updated and probably a bit more closer to what the finished product of GTA 6 will finally look like. So I think Rockstar need to get off their high horse and just give us some more information as it relates to GTA 6. It's coming soon, we just got to be patient. I think, you know, based off what people are saying and the rumors, it's likely we get a Trailer 3 around that late April to early May stage, probably just in time or just before the Take-Two earnings call in mid-May. So we'll have to watch this space and wait and see, but we've been doing a lot of waiting for a long time, so only a little bit more waiting to do. In terms of other news as it pertains to GTA 6, there really hasn't been too much that's sort of come to the front as it pertains to the game itself, but recently Sony came out with a tweet where they were announcing that they were going to be increasing the price of the PlayStation 5, the digital edition and the PS5 Pro. So what that looks like if you live in the United States is the PS5 will go to $649, the digital edition will go to $600 or $599, and the PS5 Pro will go to to $899. Now, not only is this an absurd price increase, they've increased every version of a PlayStation console by around 100 to 150 US dollars. So that's going to make it even more expensive if you're like me and you live in Australia and or New Zealand. The other problem that I think is quite interesting to sort of point out is the reasoning behind this price increase. So I will read what Sony actually said, and they go, with continued pressures in the global economic landscape, we've made the decision to increase the prices of PS5, PS5 Pro and PlayStation Portal Remote Player globally. We know that price changes impact our community, and after careful evaluation, we found this was a necessary step to ensure we can continue delivering innovative, high-quality gaming experiences to players worldwide. The updated recommended retail prices for the PS5 consoles are effective starting April 2nd, 2026 as follows. Now, I've already included a snippet of what that looks like, but this just sounds like it's another big company trying to profit off their massive fan base. And now I get that there's an ongoing conflict that's happening in the Middle East, which is affecting fuel shortages and also component shortages as well. But at the same time, I'm just like, do they actually look at each other and go, yes, this is going to be well received with the community? I feel like big companies these days don't really know what they're doing when it comes to these price increases. I feel like they just do it on a whim. And even though they say we've carefully evaluated it, I'm like, did you actually, or did you go, no, we're just going to put a price increase in there? I feel like they're not taking into consideration just how much hype GTA 6 itself will give to the console marketplace, right? Xboxes and PlayStations will literally fly off the shelves at an absurd rate once GTA 6 does eventually release, because it's the game that everyone's been waiting for so long, 13 years in the making, possibly longer, and they decide to increase prices around 6 months or so before the game actually releases. If anything, it's making me actually not want to buy a PlayStation and keep it with my Xbox Series X that I have at the moment. It's just like, why are they doing that? It just makes no sense. I think the console itself will be paid for in hype by what GTA 6 will generate, and that's just a credit to what GTA 6 and Rockstar are creating and the hype levels that's generating. And so I think that this price increase from Sony will be taken very negatively. It might turn out in the long run to be beneficial, even though I highly doubt it, but it is a very bad look for PlayStation and Sony as a company. I think though, regardless of what big companies are doing with price increases, the fact that GTA 6 is coming out this year is just great in its own right. I think we're finally getting a brand new game not only be hyped about, but one that we can actually enjoy, because I think gaming as a whole has really got boring over the last 5 to 10 years. I think gone are the days of games that I actually looked forward to trying out, because I think gaming companies are now focused more on long-term profits instead of actually gaming quality, and they're putting a lot of patches and quality patches behind DLC that they force you to pay, which is just wrong in my opinion. Gone are the days where there was an actual finished game that didn't need any DLC patches because the game designers actually made the game with love. I feel like nowadays they're just trying to make a game that will give them long-term profits and revenue, which is fine for the financial sake of a company, but at the same time it might not make money if the game's not well received. So I think a lot of effort should go into actual game quality and game design, and that's what I can't wait to see for GTA 6, because knowing Rockstar, they will put a lot of love and quality and effort into this game, and to be perfectly honest, I can't wait to see it. But that has been the end of this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section what you think of the dev leak and what they've been working on in GTA 6 in the background, but also let me know what you think of the PlayStation price increase and when we might get a potential GTA 6 trailer 3 coming out finally. But that, guys, I will leave you to it. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you with another video very, very soon. Have a good one, guys. See ya. Bye bye.